there's a bird outside my backyard that's just like squawking. Hear that? Yeah, I'm sorry. Not much I could really do about that. He's been going at it for like a while now. But anyway, oh, it's really distracting. I'm gonna do my best. Okay, so what I have here today is something that was kindly sent to me by Ryan, one of my viewers and Patreon supporters. So Ryan, thank you so much for this one. Ryan's from Texas, where this is very common, but outside Texas you can't find this thing. These are Texas persimmons. And in the past I've reviewed a number of persimmons, the black sapote, the American persimmon, Ffuge persimmon, Hachia persimmon. Now this is one I didn't even know about, but I guess like if you live in Texas, you've probably seen this before. These are like everywhere, and this is something that people forage for. You don't really buy this from the market or anything because they are abundant there. Here is what it looks like. It's got like a little stem that comes off pretty easily. Looks like a little star. It's like the top of any kind of like persimmon, kind of like the top of a tomato almost. It's got a very light, like velvety outside to it. It actually looks a lot like the Ceylon gooseberry, which I reviewed a while back in Malaysia, one of my least popular videos. Doesn't really have a scent to it, but I noticed that this is a lot smaller, like a lot smaller than any of the persimmons that I've reviewed in the past. Like the American persimmon was kind of small, the one that I reviewed. This thing is like teeny tiny. This is just like a little berry. But usually how people eat these is they just kind of like pop it in their mouth. You know, they squeeze it because you don't want to eat the outside. You just kind of squeeze the pulp in your mouth. So, cutting it open is just like tar is just like leaking out. Very like black, inky substance on the inside. But yeah, the outside skin slides off pretty easily, and it's very, very thin. That's really good. That's a really good taste. I've never heard of these before. And I'm kind of surprised, because that's really nice. It's very sweet. There's no sourness to it. It does have a lot of seeds. It does have a lot of seeds in it. And you can see one of them right there. They're just like, I don't know, they kind of look like a large apple seed, and it's got 5 in this one. It's a little messy. I got it like all over my hands, but yeah, that is a good flavor. It tastes like I mean, it does taste like a persimmon, but a very sweet persimmon. It tastes a little bit like black sapote. You know, like black sapote does not really taste like chocolate to me, like whatsoever. It kind of tastes like that, but it's sweeter. It's like a cross between like a black sapote and like maybe Hachia persimmon, like really, really nice and ripe Hachia persimmon. It's got like a little bit of like a plum, maybe like a little prune kind of flavor to it, or like a little bit like raisin, not like a grape. Maybe a little bit like a grape, but more like a raisin, like a dried fruit. Maybe a little molassesy as well. But you know, the first thing that hits you is just like, wow, that's really sweet. So like a sweet prune, raisin, molasses, persimmon taste, black sapote taste, all in like a little package with like a slimy texture. It's turning my tongue a delightful color. It actually was used by Native Americans as a form of dye. They would process these fruits to create like a black dye, I think, maybe a brown one. And it's used in Mexico for the same reason. So yeah, I can see why. It's getting all over me. You know, it's not like a whole lot of fruit in there. You're just kind of like sucking slime off of the seeds. A little bit more than that, but you know, it's not like as substantial as like any of the other persimmons I've had in the past. Like you definitely get more seed than you do get the fruit. So usually what people do with this is that they make a jam out of it. Thankfully, Ryan was nice enough to make me a jar of jam. Thank you, Ryan. This is awesome. And you can take a look at it. It looks like a jar of molasses. You know, very, very black, black looking jam in there. So I'm gonna try some of this. Okay, so I've got some on this. I'm not gonna want to like show it to you without dripping it on me. You can see it is on there. All right, let's try it. Yeah, it's good. The lemon that's added to it kind of makes it pop a little bit more. It doesn't taste like just like sugar. It's got a little bit more complexity that way. It tastes a little more fruity as a jam. Still reminds me of the same sort of things. Okay, I had a breakthrough. I ate one of these and I was like, wait a minute. I recognize this flavor. I didn't know what it was, so I ate all of the fresh ones. I ate like, I don't know, like 12 of these little things. Just like, what the hell is that? I got it. It tastes like longans. You know, like each one I've been eating, they've had, because I ate like all of the fresh ones, they had little subtle differences for each one. There's a lot of like little teeny flavors in there that you don't really recognize unless you're eating a bunch of them and comparing the fruits, which I did. But like one overarching fruit flavor that that's in like all of them is that lychee longan kind of flavor. Summarize, we've got black sapote, persimmon, molasses, raisins, prunes, lychees, longans, a little bit of melon, a little bit of berry, all in a fruit. So even though it is quite simple and you're just kind of like basically when you eat it you're just like, wow, that's really sweet, and that's like the first thing that hits you, if you delve into it there's actually like a lot of little flavors in this fruit. Another fruit down in my attempt to eat all the fruit in the world, and this is one that I don't think I'd be able to have without friends in other states. So Ryan, thank you so much for finding this for me and sending it to me and making this jam too. Your jam is lovely. So yeah, thanks so much, and yeah, really happy to get to try another persimmon and learn a little bit more about the different varieties out there. So yeah, I think that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Okay, I only have 1 minute, so I have to make this fast. Guys, click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click that bell. I don't know what the bell does, but it probably gives an angel its wings, so click on it. That dislike button, don't click that one. Go to the comments, leave a comment if you have something to say. Go to this description, because in the description there is a link to my Patreon page where you can help contribute to my channel and make it grow. There's also a link to my website where you can see a backlog of videos, more information, and also you can buy a t-shirt at my website now. I want to give a special shout out to the channel Smarter Every Day. Smarter Every Day is a mega contributor on Patreon. They're really helping me out. If you like what I'm doing with fruit, check out his channel because it basically covers everything involving science. It's really interesting. Also around there should be a couple of videos right here. These are the videos to my next week's episode if it's up, and last week's episode where you can check that out. I still have 3 seconds, guys, so thank you so much. Bye-bye.